What's up, guys? It's June 10th, 2025. We had a tough day today. Started out like an expanding triangle that ended up being a very broad bull channel. I think it's hard to trade, by the time you want to get long, it's reversing. By the time you want to get short, it's reversing. Just if you're trading with limit orders, it's tough. I didn't place any trades today just because I made a decent amount on the overnight session last night. So just for that reason, I didn't trade today. But looking at the charts, I do think I would have got slaughtered. I was placing like imaginary trades, and this is one bar I would think would get a retest of the low. So that would have been a loss right here. I don't know if I would get filled. Maybe I don't know if I would buy this bar because it closes out below its midpoint. That was a good trade back to its high. I don't know if I'd buy that bar because it doesn't make 1R. So yeah, it doesn't make 1R, so I'd miss that entry. Maybe I buy here. I don't know. It's hard. If I bought this, it's the third leg, so I can't say for sure. But that would be a loss. Wouldn't get filled on the way down. Maybe I try and sell the EMA. That would be a loss. So I was just like simulating trades, and I think it's a really hard day. You guys were profitable during the RTH session. Nice work. I want to give a quick shout out to the members and subscribers. I appreciate you guys. I like what you guys have to say in the Discord. So thank you for that. And yeah, let's do this daily breakdown. It's the weekly chart and the daily chart. I've got a trade open here on my right, looking to get filled on this short. So I'm just pulling this down more. About $100 risk is my max. So now we've passed that. I've got to reduce my position size, unfortunately, to $54. So yeah, I do like making about $75 to $100 a trade, but this time around I'm not going past $100 and it's working out a lot better for me. So weekly chart, daily chart. Today's Tuesday. Bull's starting to have a bull bar. Almost, depending on how this week's closed, could be 3 bars in a row. Still early on in the week. Today was a trading range, so we don't really know what's going to happen. It was a broad bull channel. Tough channel. We've actually been in a channel since Friday. The higher time frame EMA is acting as support. Look here. So tries to go to the higher time frame EMA, rallies, touches the higher time frame, rallies, a lot of tails. Then here we start to get closes. Here we actually went through it, and then went through it again and more bear closes. So that's kind of one way to measure like bears are getting a little bit stronger. Here's one setup I do like to take. It's a 50% pullback. I'm starting to take this one more and more out of all the setups because it's an easy thing for me to spot. I wait for a channel, I wait for an opposite bar, and then I just put the limit order at the 50%. I also scalp 50% of one bar, so that's another trade. I don't like how that bar is. I want this bar to sell off, and then maybe it takes 3 or 4 bars to get to my entry. The reason I want it to take 3 or 4 bars to get to my entry is because if it takes 3 or 4 bars, that's 3 or 4 pushes. That's a wedge top into a resistance. There we go. See how it's kind of coming down. So I know there's sellers right around here. It's a funny. I was thinking about limit orders the other day, and it's a funny balancing act because first we trade probabilities and we think like, oh, it's gonna go this direction. But if you trade limit orders, you've got to add another probability with what's the probability it's gonna go my direction, come back to my entry, and then go. So there's an extra layer of thinking for that pullback leg. I do 50% because it's the most common one. I've missed a few trades where it only goes to about the 25 or whatever you want to call it, 30%. But that'll be for another time. Right now, 50% does a lot. If I'm looking for a deep pullback, I'll do it by the breakout bar. And that's also why I like doing 50% is because my stop loss, yeah, I sit through some drawdown. But if this pullback ends up going higher, it's still the same stop loss spot. So, let's see if I get filled. I'm very close to getting filled here. Problem with this is it came here, it rallied, broke out. This could be the low of a trading range. Go, go, go. It's so close. So we know the EMA has some resistance right now because the EMA is lining up right there. There it is. Oh no. That is not good. So I'm getting filled on a pretty big breakout bar for the bulls, and there's still 2 minutes left of this candle. Maybe if this was like just ending and this is a 5-minute candle, so you know, if it was like around 4 minutes, 30 seconds, I'd feel comfortable, but that's not good. Yeah, so we're just gonna keep going with the breakdown, and I'll show you guys where this trades at in a few minutes, in a few candles. Weekly chart has a bull candle. We are above the higher time frame EMA, rallying like 1, pull back like 2, pull back like 3. Then within this candle here, it kind of looks like price is coiling up like this, kind of like a steep wedge top. Push 1, pull back, push 2, pull back, and now we'll see what happens with this week. Again, bulls want to get up here, bears want this to reverse down. Daily chart right here, we're trading at the, we're actually, yesterday's close was above the range, so that's good. If this candle closes above, so if today's candle closes above, that's follow through for the bulls above this range. Problem with that is we have a leg 1, pull back leg 2, pull back leg 3. So this follow through candle needs to be significant enough where bulls can think that it can get its own second and third legs. So it'll be cool. It'll be cool to see what happens later this week. Again, I'm working on a gap indicator for everyone. I'll have that out in a few weeks. Right now, I'm still trying to automate the system. Every time I fix one hole, another hole opens up. So yesterday I thought I was good to go, and then right before I went to sleep, there was a bear breakout against me on the automated system, and I have an emergency exit for those things, and the emergency exit didn't trigger, so I had to manually exit. So now I have to go back and figure out why didn't the emergency exit trigger, because that's important, is to make sure the market gets out at its like maximum risk setting. And I'm only trading 1 or 2 contracts, so it was like an $80 loss. It's nothing like that crazy, but the point is the emergency setting didn't trigger, so I need to work on that. So I'm gonna get that pinned up hopefully by Friday, and then this weekend I'll work on the gap indicator, and that's gonna be fun just to have my own indicator. So be cool things. Again, I'm doing this all with AI. AI has been helping me out a lot. I definitely recommend everyone look into it and just see how it can improve your trading. Or for me, you know, I plugged in my schedule, like my work schedule, my studying schedule, what I want to get done in a week, a month, all the way up to the end of the year, honestly, and it mapped it out. So as long as I follow this, I know I'm on point with my schedule for the end of the year. Anyways, that's enough of that. Check out AI, guys. Big gap up, bar 1 has a rally, sells off. Bad close for the bulls, but it is a rally, so we know bulls were trying to buy this candle. We know bears were selling this breakout point here. Bears that sold the 68 low from yesterday made 1R very quickly. But then we have bulls have followed through bar 2. It's a bull bar closing out its high. It trades 1 tick above bar 1 and then closes not, well, it does close out its high, but it doesn't close above bar 1, so be cautious. Bar 3, bears selling bar 2, so it's trading range behavior. The majority of the time, 68% of the time, the opening 30 minutes is going to be trading range behavior. That's why it's recommended that you just wait 30 minutes. I usually wait till 7:05, 7:10 a.m. PST. Bar 7. Oh, excuse me, where are we? Bar 3, bar 4. It's an inside bar, so it's kind of a bear flag, kind of a bull flag. We have a gap up, so bulls have momentum. Bar 5, it rallies, filling bulls here, but then fails, ends up being more sellers above this chain range, sells off. The bears don't go far, bears don't sell off far from the low of 5, and we can see that with a tail on 6. They short here, they don't make enough for a scalp, and then it closes above the EMA, so bad for the bears. Bears want to see closes down here. Then we start to rally. Bar 7, closing above the EMA, has a tail, bad close, but still bullish. Right now we have a gap up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bull bars, 2 pullbacks, somewhat of a triangle, price is coiling up. Bar 9, this kind of looks like the daily chart, honestly. Price is coiling up, not exactly, but there's 5 pushes. Push 1, push 2, push 3. I think I did that backwards. Push 1, push 2. So this sells off. Push 1, push 2, push 3, push 4, push 5, push 6. Breakout mode. Bar 8, bear bar, but it's closing below its midpoint, but it has more tail, so it's trading range behavior. Bulls are buying in this candle, bears are selling in this candle. I did that backwards. Bears are selling in this candle, bulls are buying in this candle. Bar 9. Finally, we get a bull bar closing on its high, but not closing above the morning range, which makes it tough. I just got stopped out, everyone, just so you know, full transparency. Filled and stopped out. Yeah, tough day. Price action is matching. We had a bullish tried to break out. Okay, tried to get short for the 3-bar bear channel. Failed. I'll wait to see this fall through, and then I'll just take another micro channel, see what happens. Tough day so far. I guess I'm down to a lot. I do want to place a trade, but I don't know. We'll see how that candle closes. 3 bars in a row, 9, 10, 11. Bull bar closing on its high. There's a trend line break here with 11. So leg 1, pull back leg 2. You could argue leg 1, pull back leg 2, pull back leg 3. Third leg, 14 to 15. 15 is a nice looking bull bar closing on its high. And then bad follow through 16 and 17. 18 is a bear bar closing on its low. The first bear bar closing on its low. And where are we trading in correlation to yesterday? Oh, we're trading it. Wait, is that the high from yesterday? Yeah, so that's above yesterday's high. Excuse me, I yawned. That's above yesterday's high. Bad follow through. 18, first bear bar closing on its low. Immediately, bulls buy the touch of the EMA. They don't really make enough for a 1-hour scalp. The 18 high would be their target. But then we see the 20 tail. The 20 tail does go to the 18 high. So quick bulls did make a small profit there. About 1 tick. Sells. So then bulls sell out of longs. They take profits. It sells off into the EMA 20, 22, 23, 21, 22, 23. Small bars. We're in the 18 bars bodies range. Here, looking like a triangle. Here we had a triangle. Broke out 50% of the time. It can return to the middle of the triangle. And then here we have a triangle. It breaks out, giving us that 50% of the time returns to the middle of the triangle. And that same stat works for the way back up. So 50% of the time of a triangle breaking out, it can either pass or it can reverse back up. That's pretty interesting right there. Trading range behavior. Bar 24 rallies and then sells off. Bulls are getting trapped at highs here. The weak bulls are going to buy this high as it's forming. They're trapped. Some bulls will buy here. They'll buy more. They get out at the 50% level while bulls are selling out. You know, I do think this is going to be an acceptable trade. I would like to take 1 contract. Yesterday I could not get filled on that rally up, but then I made a lot on the way down. Negative risk to reward. We'll just see what happens with that. Again, 50% pullback. That's what I've been trading. It's still second legs. When you trade a system, you're going to have losers. I thought that bear leg was trying to get second leg down, so it just wasn't. It happens. Where are we? So big bear bar 25 sells off below the EMA. At one point, this bear bar was a full bear bar below the EMA down here. Bulls saw this as support and they started buying. They bought all the way up, and then now we have an inside bar 26. If you're short on 26, I think it's okay to get out. And if you, I mean, at this point in time, you know, I'm thinking to sell more for a leg 2 down. It never came. But if you're short on 26, I think it's okay to get out and look for another leg down. That would result in a loss if your stop is here. Anywhere your stop is, it's gonna. Well, you know, if you shorted here and you had a 1-hour stop, you'd at least get out at break even or a little bit more. But that's a lot of risk on the table. I don't know if it's worth it. Good fall through 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Creating gaps. Bears. I didn't sell it, but you know, I did say this is a trade I would like to have taken. So that would have been a loss. So I get how there's a lot of trap bears here. They're selling within the range of 26. 3 gaps. That's good for a second leg up, and then we finally get a trend line break 33. 33 breaks the trend line break. It starts the second leg up. The second leg up is right here. 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. 38 is bad fall through, and then we see a bear bar closing on slow 39. Although this was a bear bar closing on slow, the context is different. Context for this is it's the first bear bar closing on slow after a big rally up with gaps, so we know bears are trapped. Context for this, 18, it's already had three legs up. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3. And then it's a bear bar closing out slow. So this is a form of a wedge top with bear follow through. This, yeah, you could argue that this is a wedge top, 39 bear bar closing out slow. I'm going to short that back down. But I just think the gaps here and this breakout is problematic. So if you take that short, just be cautious. You have to hit out very fast. If your stop's here, you're going to get stopped out in 1 to 2 bars anyways. Bar 40, bull bar closing on its midpoint with a tail. So there were bears trying to sell this. Bar 41, bear. Did I say bear bar? Bar 40, bull bar closing on its midpoint with a tail. So there were bear bars trying to sell this. Bar 40, bar 41, bull bar closing on its high. Bear bar 42. 43, bear bar closing on slow. Now we're in the second, third leg. So I think that I still don't think this is a good short, but if you're going to short it, at least there's been 3 pushes up. Leg 1, pull back leg 2, pull back leg 3. Or you could say leg 1, pull back leg 2, pull back leg 3. 44, good bull bar, inside bar. Is it an inside bar? No, 44 actually goes 43, 44. Yeah, 44 goes 1 tick below. So bulls bought this and then they made 1R. So 43 was a better buy than a sell. 45, bull bar closing on its high. And then we get a second leg down. I don't want to say second leg down because I think this leg is over. Leg 1, pull back leg 2, pull back leg 3. Bears get another leg down. It's a broad bull channel, so bulls and bears are making money, but there's slight bullish pressure. 46, bear bar closing on slow. 47 is a pullback to 46, and then it gets its second leg, 48. 48 is strong enough to get its own, so I'm counting leg 1, pullback leg 2 into the EMA. 48 is strong enough to get a second leg, strong enough to get its own second leg, and it does with 49. You buy the close here, sells off quickly, bear scalp out. Then we get a hidden trend line break right here. 3 bear bars in a row, 50, 51, 52. 53 is the first opposite bar from down here, so I counted that kind of funny. I said 3 bear bars in a row because I counted this as a trend line break. But if you didn't count this as a trend line break, it could be, and 47 doesn't break a trend line. So you could say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. First trend line break. 50 is a trend line break. It breaks 49's high. So we're going to count it like 1, pull back, trend line break, pull back, like 3. Like 1, pull back, like 2, pull back, like 3. We have to because 50 broke the trend line. So even though it's bear bars, it's still a second leg. Leg 1, pull back, like 2. 53 breaks the trend line, starting the third leg. Look at 54 and 55. It's climactic, and bears get a gap. '56, bad follow through. 57, 58, 59, triangle. Could be a final flag because we're in the third leg. It's a bear flag. 60 tries to sell off and then rallies, so bulls are still finding support on the higher time frame EMA. 61, 62, 63, 64. 4 bull bars in a row, but it's into the EMA. The EMA could be resistance. Problem is, bulls are creeping up. Closes on its high, closes on its high, closes on its high, closes on its high, but it has a tail. Then we see the breakout 65. We get another gap at 66. I just lost my train of thought, excuse me. 65, 66 creates 2 gaps. So bears are trying to sell here again getting trapped. They buy back shorts and it causes another leg up. 67, 68. Inside bar, not inside bar 69. I'm changing this. All right, there we go. Now I can see it because that crosshair was kind of throwing me off when I'd be over here. Not inside bar 69, but I think it's okay to get out at a new high. New high, bear sold. New high, bear sold. New high, bear sold. Multiple legs down. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2. Second leg trap. So this is a swing. This is resistance. Bulls break out of that pretty strong. Bears have their stops here. They're going to short more when price comes back. They're going to buy back shorts, and that's going to cause a second leg for the bulls. Fortunately, it was late in the day, so they never really got that second leg. Well, they did get the second leg, but it never went above 68. So again, I think today was a really challenging day. If you walked away profitable, well done. There were second legs. You just have to be very fast. 18 got its second leg down right here. Here's a second leg. That would be a stop out. You any short below, unless you're trading intra-bar, any short would have failed. Then we have this coiling up. That's a tough buy because we're trading right around the high. And then it breaks out for a couple legs higher. Could scalp here. Reverses. There's a short here, but again, you're shorting into support. Tough. 3 bars. Maybe you take the market order short above 53. Scalp out. For limit orders, you want to get filled there to get short. Bear flag. This is resistance turn support. And then now you're trading around bar 75. I don't know if you want to catch those last 2 bars. So challenging day. I'm really curious to know how you guys did today. If you're in the Discord, let me know. I enjoy talking to you guys. You guys have a good one. If you learned something, share the show. Don't be a hoe. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. It's Wednesday, so we're halfway done with the week. I'm just waiting to get filled on this trade. Yeah, so see how this is now stalling above my entry? That's what I was trying to describe when this bar was filling up. I was like, man, I want it to stall. Instead it broke out, ran my stop. Oh, I want to talk about something. Okay, we got 2 things going on here. So remember this line I drew? It's kind of hard to see. I said, here's resistance, and then bulls break out. So now they're just coming back, and they're going to catch that second leg. That dynamic I described right now is what I am trying to trade. So here's the 50% resistance. I was short. You guys saw me get stopped out. It rallied, and when it comes back, bears are going to buy back. But I got stopped out, but other strong bears are going to short here. You got the 50% mark. That's why 50% is a common place that's a tradable level, I guess, just lack of a better word. So that's exactly what I was describing earlier is the trade I'm taking right now. Resistance turns support. Bears get out at break even. I buy where bears are buying, and then I go for a target right around the recent high. Stop being below the micro channel. So we'll see if it plays out. If you guys are curious, join the Discord. Ask me how it's going. I do like to trade the overnight session because I work in the mornings. Well, right now I'm kind of working midday, and then starting next month, my schedule's going to be way better for trading. So I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one. If you learned something, share the show. Don't be a hoe. And yeah, thank you for your support, everyone. I appreciate you guys. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.